All right, I got something for you here, and I'm stealing this, but I'm going to give him credit.
Yeah.
So I ran out to the store this morning, and the radio was on in the car, of course, and I flipped on, Blair and Barker were on. So here's the question they asked, and how interesting that they asked this question on the day that we're going to talk to you. If there was one guy from the 15 Blue Jays that you could add to this current roster, who would it be? That's a pretty interesting question, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Now you got to think too, Gibby. Remember, not just who the best player on that 15 roster is, but who's the guy that would make the biggest difference right now on this team?
No, yeah, I got you. Gosh, give me a sec here.
You want some names? You forget you're the guys that you manage. What? Need a little help here?
Well, you know what? Looking back, I mean, it's got to, the rotation, this current team's rotation, they've been kind of hit and miss, right? You see some good things, and then a couple of them struggle. You got Manoah's been pretty steady. But I think you have plenty there, but they got to be pitching well, right? Yeah. They have a good offense. They can do a lot of things there. Of course, they're like we were heavy right-handed hitting back then too. We were scrambling for a couple lefties, never got them. But looking back, I almost have to go with Batista. Batista stepped up so many times in that postseason. Whether it was the Texas home run or the couple that he hit in Kansas City, and just the reason I say that for what he accomplished. Obviously he's one of our best players anyway. I would just add that because you know what, he's kind of one of those guys that in big moments, like if you get into the postseason like that, he thrives on that, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what he wants. I mean, they got basically a young team, a lot of guys that haven't been there. I'm guessing, right? That and we were a lot like that too. But until Donaldson and Russell came along, those guys had been there. You need that. So I'm going to say Jose.
I'm going to disagree with you, and I'll tell you why. Because I think the outfield is okay. The outfield the Blue Jays have now, they got like 6 guys who can play the outfield. Right. I think they're okay. So either Encarnacion or Batista would both be good choices in terms of their performance, but would they be tangibly better than what you've got now? And that's the question.
Can you DH one of them? Maybe you DH Batista if you like after that much.
Well, yeah, you could actually, to tell you the truth.
But then what are you doing with a gimpy elbowed George Springer? Come on now.
Well, yeah, if Springer doesn't play every day and he's got a DH,
and he's been hitting the heck out of the ball. So.
I know.
Well, if he's got a DH, and you put Jose in the outfield.
Yeah. All right. Let me give you another direction. How about? I got 2 guys in mind. Stroman, who had a great year that year, correct?
Yep, definitely. No. Remember, he didn't come back until the end, but he gave us a big shot in there because he blew out his knee.
Right.
That's right.
But he was good down the stretch.
Yeah, he was big down the stretch. Yeah.
And your closer was Osuna, who was great.
Yeah, and he would add to that team now. Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, if you had, their current bullpen and added Osuna to it, either as the closer or the setup guy, you're in pretty good shape, especially the way the pitchers are pitched now, right? In 15, guys weren't limited. You didn't limit your starting pitchers, did you? If they could if they could throw a complete game, they would, right?
Right. Yeah. You just let the game dictate things. Yeah. And another name, he ended up getting hurt in that beginning of that postseason. Brett Cecil, arguably when he went down with that calf injury, was the hottest reliever in the game. And it didn't matter right-handed or left-handed. He would compliment a team like that, but we didn't see him perform, so I can't. A lot of this I'm basing on who I saw perform in our games.
Sure.
Now, if you had a choice, somebody, an outfielder or an infielder rather than a pitcher, you would have taken somebody not on the mound.
I'm just looking at this team. You asked me about what would help this team right here. and I say that knowing I know how Jose stepped up that year, you know,
Yeah.
and what the, and I think, I mean, you know, Springer's been there, done that, but you know that, but other than that, you know, that's very, very important. But you never, you know, like Bob says, in reality, you never get enough pitching. I guess one of the question marks, especially the way the games are played nowadays, you never get enough bullpen arms. So as soon as you know, great choice too, you know.